चक्षुर तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा। So today we are having the first session of the course entitled of an overview of Kama-sūtra or Kama-shastra. I have already sent you the PDF file, which will be the basis of our discussion. And if you are able to show up on your screen, that would be helpful.
Okay. So I share my screen then.
Hmm?
I will share my.
That will be helpful. So we'll have 20 minutes discussion, about 4 or 5 discussions to complete. Yes. Thank you. It's visible on the screen. So today we shall discuss just the first 4, which contains the Mangala Charan, or you can say the beginning auspiciousness, or you can say in English language, introduction. Mangala Charan is also in general English literature or any writer, prastavana or introduction. Now the first verse is Dharma Artha Kamebhyo Namaha. Dharma Artha Kamebhyo Namaha. I offer my respectful obeisance onto 3 Varga, Dharma, Artha and Kama, the principle of religion. It's not Hindu-Muslim religion. These are eternal laws by the Supreme Lord. Principle of religion, economic development, and sense gratification. So Dharma, Artha, Kama. Now, this is part of Veda. Some people question that Kama-sūtra, is it part of Vedas? Is it coming from Vedic authority, or is just concocted and written some time ago? And we shall discuss that in more detail in part 2, wherein the authenticity of Kama-sūtra comes into a picture.
Okay.
So you can go to the main verse, just shloka itself. Yes. So Dharma Artha Kamebhyo Namaha. So the first question is it bona fide? Is it authorized? That will come on the verse 5 onwards in the second session. However, what's the utility? Is it applicable to the people in any way, or it's just subject which is non-essential or a degraded part of the Shastra? So people may have various questions. Whom this is applicable for? What is the authenticity behind this literature? Uh, uh, how to use it, how to understand it? People have various questions on this subject matter. Now, the very first verse says is Dharma Artha Kamebhyo Namaha. Just before beginning, let me just give you overview. Vedas overall has 14 books of knowledge.
Okay.
You can note it down. Vedas have overall 14 books of knowledge. There are 3 major categories called Vedas, Vedanga, and Upaveda.
क्या बोले वेदांगा?
Vedas overall have Vedas, Vedanga, and Upaveda.
Okay.
Vedas are into 4 categories. So the 16 are divided into 3 main categories, and now these 3, each one of them have 4, 6, 4 divisions.
Okay.
So there are all 14. So Vedas are 4. Rig Ved, Yajurved, Samved, Atharvaved. Everybody has heard about it. Then the 6 portions are of Vedanga are 6 Vedanga are Kalpa, Nirukti. Just a moment. Yeah, let me tell you.
एक दो तीन चार.
शिक्षा, कल्प, व्याकरण, निरुक्ति, छंद, ज्योतिष.
व्याकरण, And Jyotish.
Nirupta, Chanda, and Jyotish. So they
Okay.
are called limbs of the Vedas or Vedanga. So they are also called Shad Vedanga. Shad Vedanga. Now there are Upavedas.
That is 4.
Yeah, 4 Upavedas. That is, just a minute. Dhanurveda, Gandharva Veda, Shilpa Veda, and Ayurveda.
Dhanurved, Gandharva.
Hmm.
Gandharva Ved, Ayurved, and
Shilpa Veda.
Silpo Ved. Okay.
So,
This covers entire the creation. Means.
so एक मिनट. Ayurveda, Dhanurveda, Gandharva Veda, and Arthashastra. What I told you.
No, no. Dhanurved, Gandharva Ved, Silpo Ved, Ayurved. You
Yeah, it's also Shilpa Veda की जगह Ayurveda, Arthashastra also it is mentioned. Arthashastra.
Silpo Ved or Arthaved.
Arthashastra, Arthashastra.
Artha,
Shilpa Veda.
Arthashastra.
So it's a part of Dharma Shastra basically, the Arthashastra. So within that, Upaveda is Dharma Shastra, all the Arthashastra, Kama Shastra, there is one body.
Okay.
So this therefore Kama-sūtra is a part of Upaveda. That's the whole point.
Okay. It is part of Upaved. Okay. Got it.
And this is overall within the 14 books of Vedic knowledge. तो ये मैं हिंदी में बोलता हूँ. आप हिंदी में रिक्वेस्ट किए थे मेरे को, मैं हिंदी में बोलता हूँ.
जैसा नेचुरली है, नो प्रॉब्लम.
नहीं नहीं, ठीक है. यू रिक्वेस्टेड मी इन हिंदी. तो इतना आप क्लियर है कि ये जो काम सूत्र है इज अ पार्ट ऑफ
पार्ट ऑफ
उपवेदा का पार्ट है. करेक्ट.
पार्ट ऑफ Upaved.
द ऑथेंटिसिटी एंड ओरिजिन बिहाइंड दैट वो हम सेकंड सेशन में डिस्कस करने वाले हैं. देयरफॉर सम पीपल कुछ बोलते हैं तो केवल सेक्स लाइफ के लिए है, एंड सेक्स लाइफ इज बैड अकॉर्डिंग टू सम पीपल. Now, in Shastra is very organized. There are student life, there is a married life, there is a retired life, and renounced life. Hmm?
Hmm.
So this literature becomes needful for a person in student life at some juncture. Then in married life, sex life is prominently there is sex life is there in married life. Through that, children comes and it's for protection of chastity of women that's required. Now, it is not only just dharma artha kamebhyo namah यहाँ पर बोला है, not only just kamebhyo namah. That's the first thing. So, dharma artha kamebhyo namah. So, some people say it is a sex literature. No, it is a sex literature which is favorable towards one's execution of duties. Dharma means execution of our duties. और एग्जीक्यूशन के लिए अर्थ रिसोर्सेज लगता है, पैसा लगता है ना. देयर इज ऑक्यूपेशन इन्वॉल्व, एंड अराउंड दैट देयर इज सेक्स लाइफ.
Yes.
नाउ वी कैन नोट डाउन भगवद गीता 7.11. धर्म विरुद्ध भूतेषु कामेस्मि भर्तर्षभ. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, the sex life which is in accordance with dharma, that is me. Now again, somebody may question, is it applicable for Vaishnavas? Hmm? Now the answer is yes. Student life means doing bhakti, devotional service, which is the prime goal of life, to develop relationship with the Supreme Lord or Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. Bhakti. So there is a bhakti in student life, and the subject to learn are dharma, artha, kama, and moksha in student life. So both are coming from Krishna. Ma manusmara yuddha cha. Yuddha means the duties, and ma manusmara, the way to direct remembrance of Krishna. is the Navada Bhakti. And indirect remembrance of Krishna is what Krishna wants us, the duties in this world. So for
Hmm.
student, he is learning Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. For Grasta, the Navada Bhakti or the ninefold process of direct process have a different situation, different environment.
Hmm.
Whereas the duties are three varga, Dharma, Artha, Kama.
Hmm.
The execution of within the three varga, that is Dharma, Artha, Kama. So it's a
Please.
nature of the Grasta life to have duties around Dharma, Artha, Kama. Somebody says, I don't want to get in, this calm is not for me. So then learning part, students don't engage into karma, but they learn during learning phase. But vanaprastha, they gradually retire from artha and kama. There are four stages of vanaprastha. So in gradual phases, they retire from discussion and even teachings or engagement also, all sorts of. From grastha life to vanaprastha, they detach, they may educate. Hmm? So they situated on dharma. Sannyasis, they practice duties on moksha level. They have their direct process on Navda Bhakti. And moksha is indirect path for sannyasis. And for Vanaprastha, dharma and gradually getting rid of artha and kama is the duty part to be engaged in dharma. So they are not engaged, but they can educate. And their direct form of remembrance of Krishna is through again Navda Bhakti. Again, how the Navada Bhakti applies to four ashramas are changes in details, and how the duties of Dharma, Artha, Kam, Moksha applies in student life, brahmachari life, grasta life, household life, retired, vanaprastha life, and renounced life, sannyas life. It varies. So therefore, when there is come of direct education, it may be required for a person before marriage to whom this knowledge is meant for learning and educating and practicing. That is for student he can learn, grastas they implement, vanaprastha they educate. Generally, that is the system. That will come also in the third session. And this is level one. Level two, there will be this is the first chapter of Kāma-sūtra on which we will have 5 sessions. Then level two and level three will have second, third, and fourth chapter of Kāma-sūtra. The 3 or 4 chapters will be divided over level two and level three. So all those questions will be answered. And these 3 levels of overview of Kama-sūtra, level 1, level 2, and level 3, there is no discussion of any gross things. This is all philosophy, cultural explanation, and all the doubts are clarified.
Hmm.
Hmm?
Hmm.
So therefore, learning overview of Kama-sūtra level 1 and 2 and 3 can be for any student, both the boys and the girls. Girls can ideally be trained and educated on this subject by other ladies under the supervision of father, and boys can learn from the teacher, male member directly. Now, क्या वैष्णव के लिए शास्त्र जरूरी है? Because if the Vaishnava is householder, then his duties by default are dharma, artha, and kam. For example, Dhruv Maharaj was a pure devotee, and in his household life, it is mentioned in Bhagavatam that he practiced dharma, artha, kam. Trivarga. Yes, Hare Krishna.
Yes, yes, oh, yes.
So, so therefore, somebody says being a devotional life, we don't need. No, again, it depends on one's duties. One is one or ashram. I mean, pure devotees have their duties.
Hmm.
Hmm?
Hmm.
So Dhruv Maharaj was a pure devotee. He had the darshan of the Supreme Lord. So why did he engage? He had children, he had wife. Naturally, there will be need of sex life
Hmm.
within Grasta life. It's a part of duty. A Grasta can be pure devotee, a Brahmachari can be pure devotee, Vanaprastha can be pure devotee, Sannyasi can be pure devotee.
Hmm.
Hmm? Pure devotee means following the will of Krishna. So ashram dharma is within the will of Krishna. Okay.
Yes.
Now, dharma artha kamebhyo namah. Sex life which is according to dharma. That is Krishna saying me. That is Bhagavad Gita 7.11. Okay. Now, धर्म क्या है? धर्म क्या है?
धर्म मीन्स आप जैसे बोले पहले, धर्म मीन्स डूइंग एग्जीक्यूशन ऑफ ड्यूटीज.
Now, Yes, yes. I was telling about Dhruv Maharaj also practiced Dharma Artha Kam, be even as a pure devotee. You can note down that verse. Shrimad Bhagavatam 4:12-14.
4, 12, 14.
14. Evam bahu savam kalam महात्मा विचलेन्द्रिय त्रिवर्ग उपकीलम नीत्वा पुत्रयादम नृपशणाम. The self-controlled great soul Dhruv Maharaj thus passed many years favorably executing three kinds of worldly activities, namely religiosity, economic development, and satisfaction of all material desires. Therefore, he handed over the charge of the royal throne to his sons. Thereafter, that is Vanaprastha life. Thereafter, so as a Grasta, Dhruv Maharaj had darshan of the Supreme Lord at the age of 5. However, he practiced. So these are simply duties. It's
Hmm.
not material.
Hmm.
Now, very important point to consider here is that now dharma is defined in Srimad Bhagavatam. You can note down 1:17:38. So how much of sex life is dharma? How much of sex life is adharma?
117,
38.
38.
One should read with the full purport. So how much of sex life will be dharma and how much of kama will be adharma? Now, now Prabhupada has given the highest standard. The Shastra also tells Grasta life means sex only for procreation. Hmm? Sex only for procreation. Now that is also considered dharma. Hmm? That means whenever husband and wife have sex, it is during the monthly cycle. No sex beyond monthly cycle. That is between the day 4th of menstrual time till 16th day. Hmm? And only for conceiving. So within that time, if the wife become pregnant, then there is a child from pregnancy. For 9 months, then there is no sex. Again, 6 months till annaprashan of child, there is no sex. So then again, after say roughly about 15 to 18 months later, that means 15 करीब 1.5 साल के बाद फिर से दोबारा बच्चा प्राप्त करने के लिए फॉर प्रोग्रेशन देयर कैन बी सेक्स. So this is the ideal principle, the ideal and highest. That is also considered dharma. That is dharma. But now, if somebody has different situation, is that considered adharma? No. No, if you study in 1:17:38 properly, you will find dharma is defined as a progressive thing. There is an absolute standard, and it is also in progressive stage also considered dharma. For a certain person, to go for prostitution can also be act of dharma. Surprising. The one level of sex life is only for procreation is dharma. For somebody else, going for prostitution for sex is also can be dharma. It's a surprising thing. So that is referred in Srimad Bhagavatam 1:11-19 purport. One should carefully read that. You can note it down.
Yes, 117, 38.
1:11-19.
Okay.
Prostitution is also can be a act of dharma. So 1:17:38 tells ki it depends what is dharma called from a level of a person. If a person is at level little, if you encourage him beyond his present level, then that is considered a progressive dharma. It may not be the absolute standard. You understand? Suppose standard is no smoking, but somebody is smoking 12 cigarettes a day. You suggest him to smoke 9 cigarettes a day. So that will not be considered adharma from that person.
Better.
Although smoking 9 cigarettes is adharma.
Yes.
But because he is reducing from 12 to 9, that is also not considered adharma. So dharma aviruddha bhuteshu. So that is not against the dharma, though that is also included within Kāma-sūtra. That is because the definition of dharma itself is like that. There is an absolute standard, and within progressive upward standard also is part of dharma. So even prostitution is declared as a dharma for certain people. And that I have asked you to refer 1:11:19. Why it is dharma for that person? Because if that person is obsessed with too much sex desire and is corrupting the chaste married ladies, hmm,
Yeah.
then better for that person to fulfill his desire, he can go for prostitution where he can pay money and have sex.
Yeah.
Now, within this two range, anything can be dharma. Hmm?
Highest
Or
and lowest. The element.
highest and lowest standards are there. So, and Kāma-sūtra also therefore deals with dharma within all this range of categories.
Mm.
And there can be innumerable range.
Mm.
Even Kāma-sūtra in itself, the one full section itself is about prostitution house.
Mm.
And the science actually of sex life within prostitution, it's not necessary one has to go for prostitution necessary. This overall book is for a person who can apply it as a Brahmana for different people. Hmm?
Mm.
When he's giving the dynamics of prostitution, how it's not that he's encouraging prostitution. No, no. Of course, the dynamics of interaction between a prostitute and a lover, male lover, can also be applied in household life. Hmm? Between husband and wife. Okay.
Mm.
So therefore, this book is not encouraging adharma. This
Mm.
book, very first shloka is saying dharma artha kamebhyo namah, not adharma artha kamebhyo namah. No, dharma artha kamebhyo namah.
Mm.
So therefore, it has to be applied based on dharma means where the person is situated and help him come up. And if possible, if properly learned, a person will be uplifted from his previous level.
Mm.
Okay, we can
Mm.
go to the next verse. Yes.
Mm.
Shastre Prakatvat. This book,
Ah.
Kāma-sūtra, specifically instruct about the above mentioned three natural duties of the householder, principles of prescribed duties, economic development, and sense gratification. Therefore, this being the theme, scope, and nature of the book, we respectfully salute these three subjects simultaneously for their equal honor. So therefore, for Grasta life, all these three are important. Not the dharma is superior, artha is superior, kama is superior. The
Mm.
more details of that will come in the second and third level of the book, of the course. Hmm? And
Mm.
how these three are intertwined. Hmm? Also, there is a discussion. Yudhishthira Maharaj asked a question to his four other brothers that which one is superior? Whether dharma is superior, artha superior, moksha superior, kama is superior. Bhima is saying Kama is superior. Is also pure devotee. Arjuna is saying something else. Another, Nakul and Sahadeva is saying Artha is superior. Arjuna is saying Dharma is superior. And
Mm.
Yudhishthira Maharaj conclude all of them have their value and moksha is even superior to that.
Mm.
So all of them are correct simultaneously. Therefore, Shastra Prakatvat. These are natural instincts, naturally require. Suppose you need vegetables, grocery, or water. Which one you need?
Only.
खाना खाना है आपको
What?
दाल चाहिए चना चाहिए गेहूं चाहिए रोटी चाहिए चावल चाहिए सब्जी चाहिए क्या चाहिए
सब कुछ चाहिए.
अब चाहिए so in the same way for grasta life all these things you cannot have one over another
Yes.
but yes the purpose of dharma kam should be towards dharma and dharma should be for moksha should be for bhakti yes
Yes.
yes go forward. Now he's saying tat samaya vabodasya ekebhya cha acharya iti. Therefore, in this way, I offer my respectful obeisances to all these acharyas who expanded this above mentioned inherent impulses of dharma, artha, gnam for ultimate objection in the moksha. We can precisely comprehend the fundamental substance of Trivarga by simply expressing our regards to them. So acharyas who present these values of dharma, artha, kama are respected. These precepts deserve such respect because they address this subject in a very practical manner that is particular to time, place, and circumstances rather than haphazardly. Hmm?
Mm.
So, according to time, samavaya, tatu samaya, samavaya, according to time, place, and circumstances. Therefore, it cannot be arbitrarily applied. Therefore, one who can teach us application of the knowledge according to time, place, circumstances is called a Brahmana.
Mm.
So, therefore, without a Brahmana, basically, without Acharyas or Brahmana, we cannot apply it properly. They have given it systematically, dharma, artha, kam, but even for application, we need an acharya or a teacher or a brahmana. Therefore, we need to take shelter to apply, learn, and even apply. Okay,
Yes, bro.
the final verse, which is for today. Tat sammandatiti. Since the preliminary contribution of many earlier acharyas on the subject of Trivarga serve as a foundation for the compilation, composition, and conceptualization of the current work of Kāma-sūtra, the author of Kāma-sūtra acknowledges, thanks, and honors them for their contribution. Now, previous acharyas, tat
Hmm.
sambandat iti, मतलब इनके पहले जो आचार्य ने कंक्लूड करके जो प्रेजेंट बुक दिया है उनको भी प्रणाम।
मतलब कौन सा बुक, मतलब इसी
ये
इसी
जो
का?
धर्म अर्थ काम के बारे में जो भी आचार्य हैं, प्रेजेंट आचार्य हैं और पूर्ववर्ती आचार्य हैं,
अच्छा।
समझे?
हम्म।
फाउंडिंग आचार्य हैं पहले के, उनको भी प्रणाम। One need current brahmana or acharya to teach it, how to apply it according to time, place, and circumstances. And they have not got it from themselves or imagination. They have got it from parampara. That's sambandha. So it's a parampara they are talking about. So there will be details now, how the parampara, how the origin and all that will come in the next session. So today's first session we complete here.
Yes, bro.
Any question on this?
So yes, bro. So first
हिंदी
of all,
में बोल
thank you.
सकते हैं, बांग्ला में भी बोल सकते हैं, इंग्लिश में, जैसे भी आपको सुविधा है।
तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वो थैंक यू। आप पता है जो इसमें मतलब मेन चीज जो मैं समझा, पहले आपको जिस्टली बताता हूँ एंड देन हैव क्वेश्चंस। तो बेसिकली द ये जो
You can
काम
pull,
शास्त्र जो
you can screen, you can close it down. You miss notes. Yes.
so काम शास्त्र basically this is part of dharma shastra, you can say is part of Upaveda basically. Upaveda, which is also one branch of the Vedas, sub branch of the Vedas. It is coming from there. So, and it is basically dharma, artha, kam. It's to be applied based on the time, place, circumstances, and different ashrams. Like for example, students learns and dharma, artha, kama, and moksha, and then girasthas apply dharma, artha, and kama in their life. And the same way, these things banaprastha, they teach to girasthas how they can apply in their lives. And but they gradually goes out, matlab, goes from kama and artha, and they goes towards the moksha. And sannyasis, they purely practice about the mokshas, but they teach the banaprastha so that they can guide the grasthas. Yes, who?
Correct.
So, and this is the ultimately purpose is the dharma is execution of duties. It is the ultimate purpose is actually Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 7:11 that the sex is me. So basically, it is to please him ultimately for doing this all this activity. And there are different levels of bullet in level 1, level 2, level 3, which we will be discussing eventually. But yes, this is for those are aspiring to be wants to be Vaishnavas, and those are Vaishnavas, and especially Grasta lives. It is for them. Examples you are mentioning about Dhruv Maharaj, who applied basically Dharma Artha Kama, which is also explained in fourth canto 12th chapter
You have
verse.
noted down the verse, Shloka?
Yeah, 4, 12, 14. Srimad
Hmm?
Bhagavatam. 4, 12, 14.
4:12. Like 12. Like,
I have written 14, just if you can reconfirm.
yeah, 4:12, 14. Yes, correct.
And
Basically, just example here, but
yeah,
it's always there.
it is more particularly about Dhruv Maharaj, who has applied, who
Yeah,
has a pure.
any grasta life means the example is given, even pure devotee needs that.
Yeah.
And another verse is 3:23:11. Kardamuni also uses it.
Yeah.
Directly there, the Sutra is, the Kam Shastra is being talked about. Devahuti is requesting that kindly interact with me. And
8:21:11, right? No?
3:23:11.
Oh, sorry, 3:23:11. Yeah. Same verse. Yeah. Arrangements. We talk.
Directly there is a reference to Kama Shastra talked about. And it's there, we will discuss more references. Even there are many Puranas also, there is a references. Even Tulsi Maharani life. Okay, please continue.
Yes, bro. So basically, the dharma is basically it is explained that it is always in progressive stages for each different persons and different persons different stages, which is also explained in Srimad Bhagavatam first canto 1:17:38, which is which I will read it that how it is progressive and one should go, and though it is like highest to the lowest stage, it is always progress stage, and even Prabhupada explained that. Uh, Even prostitution is needed for the societies to protect the societies for the other persons. So that is also explained 1:11:19 and different level. So, but in order to apply these teachings and the entire subjects, it's one cannot just apply by oneself. But for that is needed proper teacher or acharya or a brahmana basically who learns from the other the previous acharyas and is present and he understand the persons how and when is to be applied these things so that this knowledge will be applied properly and we'll get the desired result.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
You want to say something or ask something?
That's what I've just revised what I just learned. Matlab, whatever just I had. I just need some more reflection. If it is their questions, then I will ask further. But I will read those purport, especially need to.
So basically, for you already you have two kids. You have learned some part of Kama Sutras and
Recording?
applied in household life already.
Should I stop recording
A
now?
married person, huh?
Should I
You
stop
are
recording?
already a married person,
I still should I stop recording now?
huh? No,
Should I
no,
stop?
you can record because this is I'm mentioning the context.
Acha, okay.
Mm.
Yes, bro.
So you are a married person, you already applied it. Now the purpose for you to also learn it because you can teach this principle systematically to your wife. A woman that will come later in the second session, but just I'm giving the objective here very clear. As you are learning this, you could teach this to your wife from the
Mm,
Shastric reference. Gradually, we can make it into Bengali because she's more clear with the Bengali text. And a woman, married woman, there are six kinds of ladies who can teach the philosophy and details of Kama Sutra to the girls and even to other ladies, married ladies. Then your wife can teach it to other unmarried girls, you know, under the sanction of their unmarried girl's father, and also the other married ladies under the sanction of their husbands, with whom fathers and husbands you are in close touch with within the community setup. Hmm?
mm, mm,
Because it is for Grasta life required and it's all based on dharma. Hmm?
mm,
And same way, you could teach it to the unmarried boys
mm,
or even just newly married boys, householders, newly married husbands. Correct? So that's a purpose because you have understood one part, but now we are going systematically so that you can educate. You
mm,
put into education within your community.
mm,
You are running a local community in your village, township. So there, you and your wife together, you know. Now
mm,
you may not be vanaprastha, but you are mature grasta. You're already married since 5 years, and you have practiced under direction, grasta life. You have full-fledged the deity worship of God Nitai at home. Every day you have worship of Shishi Radha Shams, Radha Madan Mohan going on. Now you have Shaligram Shila also coming. In the village, other devotees home, there are Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani. Varunitai coming also to other homes. Whole village has got Ramayana, distributed as a gift. Every home has Prabhupada Bhagavad Gita. Hmm.
mm,
100 homes practically have Krishna book in their houses. And every day, about 7 to 8 homes in your village at present, Harinam Sankirtan is going on with the study of Shastra. People are following Ekadashi. So you have a devotional environment in which these things can be discussed. Because ultimately we discuss ये जो धर्म अर्थ काम should be applied for devotional service. ब्रह्मचारी लाइफ गृहस्थ लाइफ में वानप्रस्थ संन्यास लाइफ में नवदा भक्ति अलग अलग तरीके से सो बिकॉज आवर पर्पस इज नॉट इवन धर्म dharma is a tool so that we can ultimately within our situation we can serve Krishna according to our ashram, but ultimately the whole point is to remember Krishna. Smartavyam satatam Vishnu vismurtamana jatuchit. Within our duties we understand that duties are given by Krishna, the details are also given by Krishna, so we are grateful to Krishna for helping us, guiding us within our duties. And so this is indirect path of duties. Through duties we remember Krishna. ठीक है? And the direct process is Navada Bhakti. So the goal should be clear that why the Kāma-sūtra for education is along with the Bhakti process, along the culture of devotional service. Okay? So
Yes,
that's
bro.
very because here anybody else who hears this, they should be clear that within the fold of Vaishnavism, within a community, how it applies. So you will be using it for that purpose, and that's one of the main reason you are also learning it systematic way so that you can educate your wife. Is that clear?
Yes, bro. Yeah.
Then gradually this knowledge will spread in a very systematic way. Okay.
Thank you.
Shall we conclude here?
Yes, bro. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Tomorrow we'll continue again. The same
Yes.
thing.
Hare
I'll-
Krishna.
Thank you.